Who says the world is at war? Who says the world is at war? So, not long after little Zelensky's came out talking about a ceasefire with his tail between his legs, letting Russia keep the land that they've got, and I'll come back and ask for it nicely later. As soon as that happened, you seen the rebels inside Syria making a beeline and claiming some territory. Now, surely to God, now, with the world at war, the line in the sand drawn, the sides are obvious. Surely to God now, all these Allah Akbar and whack-a-mole terrorists that seem to bounce up everywhere, anywhere, to serve any purpose apart from Allah. Surely to God now, this people can see whose interests these whack-a-mole terrorists are serving. It's becoming more and more and more and more obvious these whack-a-mole terrorist groups are nothing more than that they're getting directed from other directions, and anybody can create one. I heard there's now a fucking Al Coca-Cola. And they're fucking in some fucking dust bowl somewhere fighting for fucking Allah, of course, but for some reason they seem to be serving Coca-Cola's interests, you know what I mean? So Syria's erupted again. I mean, people forgot about Syria. I've always said, even back when Syria was happening, and that must be 2011, man, that's a long time ago. I've been doing this longer than I think. Even then I was saying, look, this is Russia versus the West, aka NATO, inside Syria. Although it was dressed up in ISIS, ISIL, Al-Nusra, all these fucking whack-a-mole bullcrap terrorist organisations full of fucking windy licking, and they have no idea who they're dying for. They're told it's for Allah, but fucking, of course, it's for fucking Allah Coca-Cola. Anyway, so Russia is now launching airstrikes just after winning inside Ukraine, is now getting pushed back inside Syria. So surely you can see all these Allah Akbar nutbars are nothing more than proxies of the West. They're cutting off supply lines for Hezbollah inside Syria, inside Lebanon, they're cutting off the supply lines inside Syria, which Iran is inside Syria, and they're allowing or facilitating supply lines to Hezbollah. So now these Allah Akbar nutbars are serving the interests of NATO and in Israel. And what's happening? The Syrian army caught on the hop. They're now sending in the Russian Air Force to bomb the shit out of Aleppo. So interesting, but like, stand back and look at the larger mosaic. Forget all the programming throughout the years of like all the beheadings and these Allah Akbar nutbars. They are absolute window-licking fucking idiots that have been groomed by a fucking stupid man wearing a fucking cloth in his head and a big fucking beard, who's getting paid by Allah Coca-Cola. You know what I mean? They're serving the they're serving a geopolitical interest. And then when you go and ask your average Allah Akbar nutbar on the ground, or your Allah Akbar nutbars over here in the UK, they think they're doing it for a greater cause or fucking some crap like that. When ultimately they're getting used as pawns, like a lot is, in a geopolitical fucking, in a world war. In a world war. This isn't a secret. In a war, you need to try and win the hearts and minds. If you win the hearts and minds of the other side, that's why in South Korea and North Korea they drop leaflets and all that shit. Every war there's been, they drop leaflets. Even Afghanistan and all that, you know, they're trying to win the hearts and minds of people. So what's better than a leaflet? Fucking news reels and TikTok videos, which this is going to be one, and YouTube videos, which this is going to be one. So, if in any doubt who was using all these Allah Akbar, Nutbar, whack-a-mole terror groups, you can clearly see that it's... Well, I can clearly see, whether you can or not, that's up to yourselves. I can clearly see whose purpose they're serving. So let's recap who's in this. Let's see. If I go back to the top of the hour news, BBC's got the best player for that shit. Plan for change. Is you a fucking transformer too, mate? Let's go on here.
Tell the public what the key priorities are.
In Georgia, a third night of clashes.
Oh, let's not forget about that. They're trying to start another Maidan in Georgia because the people didn't vote the way the EU wanted them to vote, so it's obviously a false election. Now, listen to this for hypocrisy. Right, so a lot of people tried to get Donald Trump done for inciting a riot after calling the vote illegitimate. Right? There's weight to that argument, you know. What would you expect to happen if you bounce about going like that? The election is illegitimate. It's going to make people riot in it, which actually happened in America. Funnily enough, it's happening here in Georgia as well. After foreign entities, at least Donald Trump was a fucking Yankee Doodle Dandy. These fucking, the people that are calling this election a fraud are the EU leaders who are inciting riots in other countries. Just like, people fucking forget Maidan, or Euromaidan, or whatever fucking people call it. I call it Maidan. In the Ukraine, and how democratically elected, whether you think it was a fraudulent vote or not, just foreign entities went, we don't fucking think that vote's real, fucking send in the fucking foot soldiers, and that's what they've done, and that's exactly what they're trying to do in Georgia as well, the exact same tactics, and I think I've even seen the exact same laser pens, and they're just causing, like, it's like, what do you call it? They do it to prisoners and all that, you know, play loud music in constantly and lights. That's what they're doing to the politicians at Parliament. They're even trying to climb into the Parliament building, you know. So the majority of the Western press will demonise Trump supporters, and rightly so, for fucking storming the state capitol building, I think they call it over there. And in Georgia, they're backing up the people that, these protesters, these peaceful protesters, they're setting fucking fires and trying to break into Parliament. Imagine that happened here in the UK. Boop, 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 boop. Two to the fucking head. That's what would fucking happen. So Georgia is, of course, this is nothing to do with the Russian Federation versus NATO and the EU. No. This is internal shit. Honestly. Right, so let's have a wee look elsewhere.
Decision on suspended EU membership talks.
Oh, peaceful protest. See what I mean? All this peaceful protest.
BBC is facing more questions about
God.
consent is unacceptable.
There's a world war going on and we're talking about MasterChef and fucking cock jokes. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. Something's going... Is this one big distraction?
Definitely, the Observer says a letter containing several claims are innovated.
Can you imagine?
All we're going to talk about this is our culture.
Let's talk about fucking dick jokes made by a BBC presenter. Can we get back to the world burning, please, BBC? Fucking hell, how much time are you going to waste on this? Right, here we go, this is it.
Now, Syria's President Bashar al-Assad has vowed to defeat Islamist rebels who have captured the second city of Aleppo and are moving towards the capital Damascus. It's the largest offensive against the Syrian government in years and has led to it withdrawing its troops from the city. The Islamist rebels have since made further advances on their fourth day of their lightning offensive and are now sweeping south towards Syria.
How do you like that? The BBC, like, fucking coming in their pants over how good the Islamicists are doing. Man, so some Islamicists are good, although I still fucking think that word is a joke. Islamicists. Are they fucking muzzies or no, man? That's it. Right? Are the Muslims that believe in Islam? What's an Islamicist? It's like took two words and moulded them together and made a third word that isn't in the dictionary. I don't think it's Islamicist as in the fucking dictionary. It's trying to fucking make them sound militant. Which these motherfuckers are actually, because they're fucking on their fucking Islamic army taking over for Assad. So this Islamic army, man, my head hurts trying to keep up with all these whack-a-mole terrorists. What ones are good, what ones are bad, what one... The lightning attack. Oh, they're doing so good, these Islamicists. Well, Russia's going to bomb the shit out of them. Russia? Inside Syria? Did you forget that?
In the streets of Aleppo, President Bashar al-Assad, who hasn't been seen in public since the offensive began, has promised to defeat the opposition fighters, describing them as terrorists. He said he would do so.
He's not been seen. Look how the BBC. Remember, this isn't the BBC. This is like straight out of MI6. Fucking. This is their field, man. They're writing the script for this shit. Listen to how they're like fucking meeting. The Free Syrian Army, a bunch of ragtag fucking Allah Akbar nut bars. Allah Akbar nut bars is great. Fucking mental.
With help from his allies, Russia and Iran. Greg Mackenzie has this report.
Smouldering buildings in Syria's second largest city, Aleppo, tell of an unpredictable and chapped up. The city, once a symbol of resilience, is now reeling from a fresh wave of destruction following a series of Russian airstrikes.
So the place is in tatters, not because there was a rebel army started fucking attacking the Syrian army in there to take it back. No. It's because of Russian airstrikes. Man, this is pathetic. Seriously, man, BBC, you need to, like, yous are getting worse than RT now, man. This isn't even getting worse than RT. You've got to, I mean, I could do better propaganda than this, man, and I wouldn't do it like I was speaking to a fucking 2-year-old who has no brains and no ability to listen to what these motherfuckers are saying, and they've not seen A Clockwork Orange. And they're just getting... I guarantee this will be the exact same wording. In fact, I don't guarantee it. Let's go to Sky News.
Of the support both of the Russian Air Force and of feet on the ground, if you want.
Russia, Iran.
Hezbollah, without a lot of other Shia militias, Iran-affiliated Shia militias, Iraqi, Pakistanis, and else, Bashar would have probably four.
Right, most of Aleppo, right, so they haven't even fully captured Aleppo yet, they've only captured a few wee picture postcard bits, and they're already like, now they're going on to Damascus. They would probably need to take Aleppo first for supply lines before they march on to Damascus. So let's see if they reach Damascus. And these people are straight out of Turkey, so fuck knows what the Kurds in the north east are going to be saying to this, because Turkey and the Kurds don't get on. The Kurds is backed up by Israel and Britain. They're like kind of our allies, if you want to say that. And NATO member Turkey is backing these motherfuckers. So it's one big shit show. But it's interesting.
Many years ago. Aleppo in particular is an area of significant investment by Iran and Hezbollah. In terms of the troop presence there, in terms of economic investment, and the loss of Aleppo actually is a very significant blow
The loss of Aleppo. Most of Aleppo under the control of forces. Oh my god, man. They can't even keep their fucking taglines and their fucking talking heads stories straight. Fuck's sake. I know, like, there's never been a truer saying said. The first casualty of war is the truth. So what does that make the truth movement then? Deed in the latter. That's what I would say, man. Truth movement, it was just a bunch of fucking arseholes trying to fucking groom motherfuckers politically. Through the power of Bigfoot and UFOs. And we all know fucking Bigfoot's real when he votes fucking UKIP. He doesn't want these fucking hairless monkeys coming into his territory. Go back to where you came from, hairless monkeys. Anyway, there we have it, man. Who says the world's at war, man? Let's look at who's in play. America, right? Canada's in the fucking clique. NATO, all the NATO members. So that, you know who. Google that, who that encompasses. Russia's in play, and Syria and Ukraine. Israel is fucking turning that region into a fucking shithole. How long? Jordan, I'm pretty sure I heard bombs going off in Jordan or something. A couple of weeks ago or something. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure because I remember going, oh fuck, it's shit spreading to Jordan now. I've not heard anything coming out of Egypt as of yet, but the region is in fire. There's Syria getting erupted. Shit happening in Jordan, Lebanon, Israel, Gaza. I'm pretty sure there is Israeli troops at the border with Egypt, but they're there just to try and stop any guns, bombs and bullets and food getting into the Palestinians. South Korea, China's involved in the Ukraine war. They're supplying missiles and chips. No fish and chips. Microchips. The AI that's going to kill us all. So, all the major players are in play, man. And then, politically speaking, if you look around the world, man, there was an election. Brazil's going through a crazy flux. I need to get up to speed with that. But people were getting arrested, ex-presidents and shit like that. Uruguay just had an election. There's elections pretty much. There's a fucking Ireland's having an election just now. They're getting tuned to the moon on the anti-immigrant shit, man. And all the internet fucking grooming by fucking crackpots online to try and change the landscape politically. So all it is, man, people are falling for the pish, but that's what makes good marketing companies like Midas. And you better believe Jim Dawson's Midas is ball deep in that Irish election. He has a dog in the fight over in that aisle, don't you know? Anyway, man, there's a wee fucking recap of what's happening on your Sunday morning. Thank fuck Rangers are playing later. Kick off in an hour. Something to do other than watch the world burn. And I don't know if I said this the other night. I think I did, man. Just jibber-jabbering with somebody, and it was like, can't even remember what we're talking about now, but it was just like a mutual agreement that you should try and not just completely surround yourself with doom and fucking gloom 24/7. It's easily done to get sucked into those rabbit holes of the news cycle. Easily done. I'm fucking guilty of it myself. Get sucked into your TikTok fucking algos. Here's a crazy bit of advice or just something. I done this with I don't use Twitter anymore. I was on it the other day for 2 seconds to see what the Tommy Robinson cult was saying. And I was like, nah, I don't use Twitter anymore. It's a sewer pit of shite. If I don't dip into any social medias actually, and you might go, well, apart from, I interact with people on TikTok and do some lives, but I try and stay away from scrolling. Because you end up fucking just crying at some rich cunt giving away 20 quid to a homeless person. Or just doom and fucking gloom. Pedos, pedageddon, fucking genocide, fucking doom and fucking gloom, enough to make you want to go and slit your wrists, or to pure aggravate you enough to make you go and fucking vote or whatever. Anyway, that's a nice wee morning rant over and done with. Oh sorry, that's what I was going to say. I've trained my TikTok algo when I'm on it, so the majority of my Twitter algo, so I mainly get like football stuff, dog shit. I get a lot, in fact, it makes me want to tune into Twitter right now. I get those funny, the fights where the guy puts funny commentary over it, man, I love them. Fun stuff, you know? Not stuff that will make me want to go and vote one way or the other, or make me fucking think there's an apocalypse happening. Even though I'm fucking sitting here saying World War III's going on. But don't worry, man, McDonald's will still stay open. You won't get a ration book. We don't get ration books anymore. They just call it a fucking cost of living crisis. Hike all the fucking shit up. Less for us, more for the military. Ukraine want a couple of billion. Boom. It's been a quagmire now for what, a year? Probably more. Like very little fucking happening. And now it's like, okay, Russia, you can keep what you've got. After how many billions from fucking all the NATO members to buy to buy all that military hardware. Now, at the beginning of the war, I heard people suggesting that all the equipment that they were given to Ukraine was like all the old Western military equipment that was kind of by its sell-by date. So they were like, right, well, we'll pump them, we'll give them all that shit. Loans, of course. Ukraine's going to be in perpetual fucking debt to the West for a good fucking 20, 30, 40 years or something. I mean, I heard somebody saying the other day that the UK had only just stopped paying off fucking loans to America for World War II. I'm talking about in the last year or two, man. That's how it goes, man. Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Go and check out the fucking premise of that book. Anyway, morning rant over, man. There's a wee fucking update of like the world burning. But don't worry, your muck meat will still be in McDonald's. It just costs you more and you'll be able to buy less of it. Because we're in a wartime economy, y'all. Cost of living crisis. Wartime economy. It's rationing by the fucking back door. Get it? Got it. Good. Catchies, no cats, no cheese. Hopefully only St. Johnston's feelings will be up today.